Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how I turned my 613 unit into this beautiful ash blonde color. Stay tuned because I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks that I learned along the way. When they say experience is the best teacher, they mean that. And I'll also give you guys details on my outfit that I'm wearing along the way. I've always had issues with turning my 613 unit ash blonde, and I think I finally understand what to do. So I'm gonna share that knowledge with you guys. So if you're interested in learning more, make sure you keep watching. Okay dolls, so this video is sponsored by Genius Hair. This is their 613 22-inch lace front unit that they send. It has the standard wig construction, and as you can see, since it's a 613 unit, the knots are bleached, however the scalp is white. So I'm just briefly showing you guys all the items that I'll be using in this video. The first step before ash blonding your hair is to kind of tone that ash from 13 down. You can use this no yellow color, or you can also use the Clairol Shimmer Light shampoo. Either of those will work, and what you want to do is just kind of take the hair and dip it inside of the purple shampoo mix with the water, and that's going to slowly turn that yellow from the 613 unit to an ash. And you want to keep doing this until you get the perfect amount of ash that you want. After that, I do highly suggest going in with some sort of deep conditioning just to kind of get the hair back in a good state before applying the color. And this is what the unit looked like after I went over it with the shimmer shampoo. As you can see, there's some blonde and some ash blonde tones within the unit. Next, I decided to go ahead and lightly bleach the knots. This is optional. The knots, as I mentioned, are blonde, but for some reason it still had like this white look to it, which I didn't really like. Next, we're gonna go in and we're gonna start adding the color to this ash blonde unit. First, I'm gonna start with the roots. I do prefer for my ash blonde unit to have darker roots. And I'm using the 7N 711 toner by Weller. These do call for 1 to 2 applications, so however much color you're using, you want to add twice as much developer to that, and you want to just kind of measure it out in my measuring cup and then shake it together. Then I'm going to proceed and begin applying this color to the roots of the hair. Now, since I'm just really trying to darken the roots, I'm not going in too much with that color. However, this part is going to be left up to your personal preference, however deep you would like your roots to go. And then I just rinsed it out with the water, and now I'm proceeding to toning the remaining of the hair. The next color I'm going in with is the 8N 811 color, and this is supposed to add just a little bit color to that ash blonde. And as you can see, I'm applying this to the hair and I'm combing it through with the comb. You can use this sparingly based on how you want your colors to look. Last, I'm going to go in with the 8NG and the 8G. These provide more of a sand blonde and golden blonde color to the hair. And I'm just basically taking the applicator bottle and applying it all over the hair and making sure that I really get to saturate it with the color. And this I'm hoping to apply to have some kind of like high and low lights in the unit. Some of it you'll probably only be able to see when the light catch, but it just gives the dimension. Guys, this is what the final color ended up looking like. And now that I try this hair on, I'm really getting the urge to cut it, partially because I feel like some of these ends are a little thin, especially because I've added so much color to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut this into a bob because I just need a blonde bob. Anyway, I'm gonna make a long bob, probably cut it like around here. All right, and then I'll do the install. The easiest way to cut a bob, in my opinion, is using my clippers.
All you have to do is just line it up.
So I use my comb as a guide to where I would like to cut the hair. And then I just take the clippers and gently go over the hair in that location. And the clippers just easily cuts it off. I feel like the clippers are the most beginner friendly thing to use and doesn't require too much precision.
Next, I'm gonna go ahead and lightly bump these edges while this hair is on the mannequin head. And I'm just gonna mainly do the back. I could do the front once I put it on.
Okay, so now it's time to put on the unit. And this is what it looks like once I first put it on. And as you can see, the roots are nice and dark, but not too dark, just how I wanted them.
I'm gonna put some powder on the scalp.
And now I'm ready to install this unit. I'm gonna do a basic install using my Even New York combo that I love, and that's the Firm and Mega Hold. And everything, as always, is going to be linked in the description box down below. I'm just combing that adhesive in to get it to stick. And then I'm going on top of that using my Faithfully Asia Beauty wax stick to lay down those edges. And that's going to get it laying nice and neat. Last, of course, I'm going to proceed with cutting the unit. And guys, as always, you know, the wax stick and the flat iron is always your best friend when it comes to installing this unit. And then I'm lightly going over this hair with my flat iron just to bump the ends. And because this is a 613 unit, the lace is very white. So I'm just applying some of my concealer to the parting area to get that to blend in.
I'm gonna spray some of my lace tint spray.
And the lace tint spray is gonna just clean up those white edges. Alternatively, you can just use some concealer and just go over it with the concealer. And this is the final look. Tell me what you guys think. Okay, so yeah, your girl changed it up.
So guys, I decided to go ahead and cut this unit again. I cut it a little bit more blunt on this side and I wanted it to be shorter. So it's like short and then it comes at an angle over here. I like it a little bit better like this way. I feel like it gives a little bit more of an edge. I don't know, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But now let me go ahead and give you guys the deets on this unit. As I mentioned, this is a 613 unit from Geniuswigs, and I don't remember what inches it was in previously. It really doesn't matter anymore because I done chopped most of that off. I think this is about probably between a 14 and 16 inch on this side and probably 10 inch on this side. So if you wanted a similar look, you would have to at least get like a 16 inch to be safe. I would probably say an 18 inch just because, you know, when you're dealing with 613 hair, sometimes the ends be really dry. And not to mention, once you make it ash blonde, that kind of strips the hair as well. On to the tips and the tricks that I learned. So the first thing I learned is that if you want your wig to be less ashy and still maintain some of those golden tones, I would suggest only ashing it slightly in the beginning with the purple shampoo. Simply because I feel like I made it extremely ash in the beginning, and I did want to maintain some of the golden tones in my initial attempt to color this hair. And it's kind of harder to put the golden tones back in when you could just leave it from the initial and just ash it slight. And then of course, once you're finished, if you feel like you want it to be a little bit more ash, you can always go back in with the purple shampoo to get it to your desired color. My second recommendation is that if you're coloring this hair for the first time and you're really not sure on what you're doing, I would suggest instead of using a 20 developer, even though the color typically calls for a 20 developer, I would suggest using this Color Charm by Wella. It does color your hair. Now, the lady in Sally's told me that is probably going to be a lot temporary, but I'll know if that's true or not. But in any event, I feel like this developer is a lot less harsh on the hair, and it's not going to strip the hair as much. If you do end up losing the color later on, you can always go back in with those same colors once you figured out, what colors work for you, and do that in a 20 developer. Now, I simply suggest this because as you saw, the ends on that unit became very thin after I started going over it with different colors. Like each time you're processing the hair, you're really putting the hair through some trauma, and that is causing the hair to weaken. So if you want to keep it as healthy as possible, then I would suggest going that route. So guys, for those of you who want to know, I'm going to give you the deets on this outfit that I'm wearing. It is from my website, shopfabulous.com. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check your girl out. I'll have it linked in the eye above as well as in the description box down below. And this is the two-piece that I'm wearing. It's a nice PU unit. As you see, it hugs the body in all the right curves, and it gives a nice stylish look. So if you are interested in checking out this fit as well as others, I'll have that linked in the description box down below. And be sure you follow me on Instagram at fabulux.com. So guys, as always, if you are interested in purchasing this unit, I will have everything linked in the description box down below. But of course, I'm gonna need your help naming this unit. What do you think we should call her? Go ahead and leave your name suggestions in the comment section down below. And I did pick a name for the unit I reviewed last week. The new name as well as the person who submitted the name will be listed across the screen. So guys, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to ask. I always respond to my comments. And if you're not already part of the Faithful fam, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. And as always important, until next time, you guys stay blessed. And if it be God's will, I'll see you in my next video. Take care now.